It is 9:25, January 25th. No, January 24th, 2026, on a Saturday. Okay, here we go. Oh, this might give away my where I live. Yikes. Okay, probably I shouldn't upload this. Actually, no, what? I am. Granted, I think a lot of people will know where I live, but oh, I can do that. I am gonna to talk about my dream school. I am currently a junior in high school. Yeah. And I want to actually pursue in secondary education. Actually, that's not true. I want to pursue an English major or a Spanish major, but an English major in a concentration in secondary education. Because when you do when you want to be a high school teacher, you need to specialize in something and do a concentration in that, because that's the route to be a high school teacher. Don't say that. That's the second time. Anyways, third time. There's a 50% chance that I I am considering that there is maybe a 50% chance that I get a comm minor or a communications minor, because I suck at communicating at people and communications, and I think it would be a really good skill to have as a teacher, high school teacher. Storytelling skills and helping people. This university is very good at helping people actually, because in this university it is actually ranked like the number 2, number 3 best research university in my city, I think. It has a lot of diverse learners, as you see, as many of them are actually from, like, I don't want to say Mexican, but probably they are, but of Spanish descent. They speak Spanish, like Spanish country theirs, over there. This is going to be a quick video or quick presentation, because I haven't really practiced my script or whatever. I haven't really made a script. Specialized tracks to prepare students for various careers in the digital age. So for communications classes, they have a very strong communication class, as I said, about a comm minor. As I want to get better at that, and they're actually really good. They have programs reaching out to other places in the city or institutions like that. So that is actually very cool, and that's why I'm considering it. They are very good at, like, are very good at very good at working together and having yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Smaller classes sizes and personalized attention. So yes, so I'm in special education for the past, I don't know, ever since kindergarten basically, and I've been on an IEP for individualized education program. and that is very personalized and very one-to-one, as there are paras in my classes, and the classes are usually smaller, and I prefer that because I think for more education growth you need to talk to people instead of sitting behind a computer learning. I think that is like the best gift when it comes to education. um Sixth time, I actually want to talk to people and get to one, um like that. As the in my school, my high school, there's a, like, her full job title is English teacher and reading specialist, and she does the more of the reading specialist as an English teacher, and she teaches four classes of around 10 students, so that's around 40 students or a little bit less. And there are paras, one-to-one, and you actually get to learn, of course. I was struggling in English and reading and stuff, which is why I was in that class. And you really do learn, and I really did learn in that class. And she is the best teacher ever. And I want to say thanks to her afterwards, like upon graduation. But anyways, but that's why I really do, like, think having a one-to-one is important to education. Even if you're not SPED or special education, I think that's still really cool if you're a GT, So, and like in college, the classes, the lectures are usually really big, around 100 to 200 students. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like, again, it's hard to get a one-to-one. They don't know you really well. Very hard to talk to. That's why college professors are usually like, hey, like, email me. While high school, you can usually talk in their office hours or just during class or before or after school. I'm not sure if this is okay. So, like, you might know where this is and might know where I live generally. But stunning location at Pikes Peak, easily commutable. Yes, because I actually live really close to that school and Pikes Peak region. And the job that I want to have, like a part-time job while in college, is my high school as a part-time paraprofessional, and that is like very commutable between where I live here, that my high school, and that school. I think it's actually really beautiful. Granted, I think the campus of CU Boulder is a lot more stunning, more beautiful, but this is actually really cool. Actually, I might tell you which state I live in. I live in Colorado for the past 8 years, like 2017, 2018. But yeah, like, it is actually, I haven't really been there walking around, but the campus is actually really amazing. Like, it really is. Like, from photos, from what I could find, amazing. But I haven't really been there in person. Colorado College is also a really good school. CC. Smaller, private, and more expensive, but beautiful campus. I'm not sure if I should show this next one. Okay. Yeah. It says, they have so many creative writing classes, rhetoric, and communications. They come with hands-on journalism experience. That is actually true. They have really good strong writing English classes. From what I could find, for the past like couple years, it has been like that, and that's why I want to do that. And the main reason why I want to major in English is because a few months ago, on the first day of my finals of junior year, of my second period, my math teacher and I am in the class of Algebra 2 and Trigonometry. And that, and my math teacher, said she really hated math and did not like math and did not understand math when she was in high school or something like that, or just in school before college, that's how I know. And she majored in math because she wants to teach people how to like math and like how to get better at math, and and she wanted to get better at math at herself. And that's why I'm doing English, because like I said, I was in an English class where it has paras, and I really want to get better at English because I think that's a useful skill beyond what I want to get better at. Being good at writing helps you land a job interview, better at speaking, communicating. Hence why I'm kind of considering like a 50-50 on landing or doing or committing, a comm minor, communications minor. Yeah. And I do want to major in Spanish, but thing is, I didn't really struggle with Spanish. There's no connection between Spanish and education, two things I really love, but with English, and it pairs really well connected. Yeah. Granted, the reading specialist in my school didn't struggle, obviously, but of course probably a reading specialist, but not sure yet. Should I show this one? No, I can't. So that was my last slide. There is another slide, but I probably shouldn't show it. But yeah. If you have any questions, please ask me them. I really started to take education a lot more seriously this year. Last year, my sophomore year, I did, but I didn't really take it seriously to the point where like I need to do some research at a college perspective or a teacher's perspective, always at a student perspective, because I am a student. There is a class called peer tutoring that's coming up. It's not new, it's just like advertising it more because there wasn't a lot of active this year. And I don't mind, like I can't really take it because of another reason, but I was planning to take it, but I also hate it because tutoring and teaching are not the same thing. Tutoring is one person asking you for help for 5 minutes, and that's it, while teaching is not that. You teach 150 tired ass students, of which they don't care, don't want to be here, tired, want to go home, play video games, turn in late to work. They don't want to ask you questions. You have to grade, do classroom management, do presentations, meetings, and a lot more, which actually sounds really fun. And like do all of that. That's why. And a lot of people, and I'm kind of frustrated at that because many people are doing it because it looks good on their high school transcript when applying for college. And that's like, why? Just like do it if you actually want to. And the main reason I can't is because I'm taking a new class, like a really new class that replaced elementary internship, which I am not interested in elementary internship. I mean elementary education, and it's called Foundations of Education. And you go to that school that I really want to go to, which surprises me, but which means there is a higher chance that I might get accepted to it. and it actually teaches you about education in general. So if you want to do secondary, elementary, secondary, or tertiary education, you can. And applies to all because it's intro to education, and it's paid for it because you go to that school. Um, seventh time doing it. The main reason why I want to go to this school is because it's smaller. Is the smallest 4-year institution. It's actually not really cheap, but a lot cheaper than CSU and Fort Collins and CU Boulder. Individually, it's closer to my home and my high school, and yeah. And my parents said, is it backup schools? Go, like, don't aim for that. And I'm like, my brother did do enrollment for the community college for um for cybersecurity, and he did have a problem with that when he did the community college thing, and yet I'm not going to that, of course, but I'm going to a 4-year institution, and yet, like, I just don't understand. But it is a really good school, one of the best research institutions in the city, and I think one of the states, but I think it's in the top 10, not the top 5. Yeah. See you later. Not really a presentation, I know, but more like a talk. Yeah. Gonna end it.